All right, everybody, thank you for stopping by. So, Predecessor version 1.3 is releasing today, January 14th. So, we're going to go over the patch notes that they've released on predecessorgame.com, and let's jump right into it. All right, so a quick overview, new hero, and this is a Omega original, so this was not in Paragon, Morn. And I'm sure you guys have seen the videos. We'll look into the videos down here in a bit. New dynasty skins, new items, hero roll, and roll swap in draft. Okay, that's actually something I had on my wish list, so that'll be good. New tutorial videos, new tower fortification mechanics, play again function, adding account leaking, and more. So it looks like some good changes. We'll see. I am going blind into this, so I don't really know what's going on except for what I've heard from rumors. So this is the Morn trailer. Let's look into it. Hopefully the audio's not too loud.
My love said to me, the forest will keep its secrets untold, where shadows sleep. Through twilight he came, and no soul remained. Light was devoured, his fury unchained. The trees moaned softly as they heralded death. The air turned to stillness. Through twilight he came, and people despaired. The leaves trembled black 'neath the cold moonlight's glare. He is the woods, the dark and deep, where silence falls and whispers creep. A monster forged when stars were born, a shadow cast in endless storm.
All right, that's the first time I've actually watched that. Now it's actually pretty epic. I knew that he was like a tree man, kind of like Groot, but that ain't no Groot. A lot more violent, but it looks pretty. I like the soundtrack with that. That kind of slaps, not gonna lie. But looking forward to seeing what he does. I have no idea what lane he'll be in. I don't know. I want to say just from other games like Paladins that he's going to be a support, but I don't know. That's not the happy tree that we normally see in games. But there's the stats right here. I'm not going to go over all of that. You could look at it there. Here's his abilities, his passive. Morn's next basic attack gains additional range. So he's melee and his passive gives him extra range. Okay. Clobber, his basic attack. I think we just watched that. Okay. So I wonder if the passive, like that's his normal basic attack, but his passive is every once in a while he'll do that. Okay, that makes more sense. Contagion, maybe? His primary ability. Morn vomits magical bugs that attach to nearby allied and enemy heroes. Morn and allied heroes hit restore 8, 12, not that. Health every second for 3 seconds, gaining physical armor that much, magical armor that much. Yeah, I'm not going to try to read those numbers, but enemies take the same amount in damage. Okay, so it looks like he's kind of like a support. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. But it looks like it kind of attaches and it heals your teammates and gives them armor, and it reduces enemy armor as well as does damage to them. So interesting. Beguile, his secondary ability. Morin channels energy into his fist, expanding up to 800 U over duration of 1.5 seconds, gaining 25% damage reduction, and slows himself by 30%. At the end of the duration, upon reactivation, enemies within that much range, magical damage are mesmerized for 0.5 seconds to 1.25 seconds based on channel duration. So it sounds like a stun with damage. Maybe not. It looked like he ran towards him, so I wonder if it brings all enemies to him. So I wonder if he's going to kind of be like a tank support type thing, where he's going to make enemies like attack him for like 2 seconds or 1 second, which you can imagine in a team fight that'd actually be pretty huge. Abduct, his alternate ability, channel for up to 3 seconds, slowing yourself. Wait. Okay, I thought I was reading the same thing. Channel this stuff for by 25% and wind up your vines, increasing their range over 1 second. After 3 seconds, the ability will be canceled and go down to a 50% cooldown. Confirm to unleash a torrent of vines that will collide with the first enemy unit hit, dealing 100 magical damage. Enemies hit by this ability are partially pulled towards Morn and slowed for 90% for 1 second. Okay. So it's kind of like a Richter thing, but they get slowness 90% as well for 1 second. It's pretty good. I'm just playing the video. Oops. Let's see. His ultimate. Morn absorbs light from the map for 4 seconds, causing all enemy heroes to have massively reduced vision for the duration. During this time, Morn gains movement speed. It doesn't really show what Grux is seeing, but it kind of sounds like, I can't think of her name, but in Paladins, she has an ultimate where she makes everybody blind for a few seconds. That's kind of what it sounds like, but it gives him movement speed as well. We'll see. That can be devastating, but I kind of feel like FaZe has an ability that does that to one person anyways, but we'll see. Here's some skins. I'm going to kind of breeze through the skins here. I mean, I'm not big on skins, and you can kind of see them there. Here's some bundles that you could buy. All right, account linking. We're pleased to share that full account linking and account migration is now available, allowing you to transfer game progress between platforms. In order to move game data from one platform to another, there's the instructions. I'm not going to go over them. Any accounts you link will have their data in progress overwritten and replaced by data from the master account. Okay, so I know a lot of people didn't like that with like Apex when they merged, because what they did is a lot of people played on Xbox and PC, and when the accounts merged, it just made both accounts the master account. So whatever the secondary account was, everything they had on that account was lost, and a lot of people were upset about that. I don't know what my brother's going to do or if he has a choice, but my brother, he bought the Steam pre-release bundle. So he has all the heroes unlocked on there. Well, all the ones that were pre-release. And then he started playing on PS4. So I don't know what's going to happen. Does he get to choose which one becomes the master account? And I also don't know which one he'll choose. Having all the heroes unlocked or having his stats and rank on PlayStation. So a lot of decisions to be made there. I wish you could kind of pick and choose what you wanted to merge, but I don't know how hard that would be. That's not up to me. You can only link to an account one. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty straightforward. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to find that in the middle. Level up rewards update. At 1.2, we introduced the new level up rewards for each level up to level 20 at this time. However, we are unable to retroactively grant these rewards to players at higher levels. This is corrected with the launch of 1.3. When you log in after updating, you'll receive a reward pop-up for all the missed level upgrades. Okay. The missed level rewards. Okay, that's good. Draft improvements. With release of 1.3, several requested improvements are coming to draft, including the ability to swap roles, heroes, draft order with your allies. So if you read my watched my video where I have a wish list, this is actually something I had on my wish list. Players must first select the type of swap they would like to request and then choose an ally they would like to swap with. The requested ally must accept it. Role swapping available for the entire duration of the draft. Swaps the roles of two players. This feature particularly is important as hunt item is tied to the player roles draft. Yeah, that's the smite. Because like you could generally swap roles, but jungle role was not something that you could just swap. So this kind of fixes that. Hero swapping only available once both players have locked in their heroes. The swap exchanges that. So the thing with this is with ranked. So like if a character is highly picked, but the top person doesn't want that character, he wants a character that's maybe not so popular. Like Countess right now is super popular, but say the mid lane picks last, but he wants Countess, but he's worried that the enemy team will pick Countess. The top person could pick Countess, and then the bottom person could pick whoever the first person wanted, and they can swap. So it kind of adds more strategy to ranked when you're picking like roles and characters, because in ranked you can't only have one character in the game unlike casual where you can have a Countess versus Countess. You can't have that in ranked, so it fixed that. And also the position swapping, yeah. That'll be a good change. Most games like this have that, so it's pretty much just catching up with that. Ranked mode 24/7 trial. Okay, so one of the most popular requests we've received is for ranked to be available 24/7, and guess what? We've heard you loud and clear. We're not ready yet to make rank permanently available at all times. We've made the necessary preparations to run a 24/7 ranked trial for a limited time. Starting with the release of version 1.3, ranked mode will be open around the clock to NA and EU servers for 14 days. Okay. I mean, I kind of get why they did like the ranked closing at a certain time, but it'll be interesting to see. I know they said like during the slow hours of the day that people aren't going to be able to get into games, but if they want to try, then that's kind of up to them, I feel like. So but I get also like it might be to save money as well because they don't have to run the servers during that time. So we'll see. Tower fortifications. Outer towers have received some upgrades. From the start of the match, they are now fortified until the 15-minute mark. During this time, towers have plated health bars, meaning each time you deal damage to them, 75% and so on, of their health, you'll be rewarded with additional gold that will drop nearby on the floor. Oh, that's interesting. Be warned, though, each time you destroy a plated segment, the tower will become more durable, while also summoning a temporary barrier that grants even larger increase in the armor for 10 seconds based on the number of enemy heroes near it when a plate is destroyed. This means that additional rewards are on offer to players bold enough to damage their enemy's outer tower. They must carefully choose whether to back off after destroying the plate tower or risk getting hit. Risk hitting through the additional durability for even more gold. Okay, that might be interesting. Overall, the tower fortification mechanical project with greater potential for reward. Okay. So they're trying to make people go after towers harder. All right, sorry for the jump scare. I was having trouble reading it because it's so zoomed out, so I zoomed in. Looks like the recording's good, so I'll be able to read it a lot better. Outer towers are now fortified with plates for the first 15 minutes of the match, and after 15 minutes, they'll be removed and be reverted to normal. So they want you to, they're trying to make the games last less long because they're trying to encourage you to take towers early on. While fortified outer towers have plated health bars at 25% intervals. Okay, we've already kind of went over that. Upon destroying a portion of the fortified tower, it generates a defensive barrier, gaining temporary increased armor for a short duration based on the number of enemies. Okay, that's what we pretty much already read. So essentially, if you want to take down the first one, there's like a certain amount of time or 10 seconds where it'll be extra strong. So you can decide whether to go and just destroy the tower straight out or back up and you come back to fight another day type thing. Additionally, all towers and inhibitors no longer grant local gold to nearby killers upon death. Instead, tower local gold is now dropped as 2 gold pickups for all towers on destruction. These grant the same amount of local gold as normal, and sharing is among nearby allies from the location it was acquired. So I'm curious about this though. Can the enemy steal that, or is that? And I did see up here that the gold will disappear after 25 seconds. It's right here. But I wonder if the enemy can steal it. Doesn't say anything about that. I guess we'll see. 14 brand new items are being brought in. Okay, this is something I heard about. There's a new stat, so ultimate haste. So they're gonna make it so haste doesn't just make your ultimate go up. You have to get a specific item that adds ultimate haste. For example, if you have 10 ability haste and 15 ultimate haste, your ultimate haste effectively has 25. Okay, so it's kind of like the lifesteal. Ability haste still adds towards yours, but ultimate haste just it doesn't add to your other abilities. Okay. With these items, I'm gonna kind of scroll through them. If there's any that that stick out, I will stop and look at them. But it just this video would take forever if I went through all of those. But a new potion being here, refillable potion. Preferably upgrade your refillable potion to restore additional health and mana. Okay, so this seems like it's an upgrade to your normal health potion. You just you got to pay 350 gold for it, but it charges up your mana and health. So that's interesting. Lucky feather. Yeah, I'm gonna I'll go slow so you can read it if you want. Razor claw. This might be good for melee characters. This is only tier 2 though, so this will just kind of be towards a build. Redwood bow, attack speed, haste. I don't see any tier 3 items here actually. Here's one. 30 physical power, 3200 gold cost, 30% attack speed, physical penetration 6. This item might be broken. We'll see. Corrode passive on dealing damage to enemy heroes, reduce their physical armor by 4%. This is gonna be super busted on carries, especially like someone like Sparrow that has like super crazy attack speed. So yeah, if you're a carry, look at this item when the update comes out. Spirit Desolation, physical penetration, physical power. Upon using your ultimate, gain 7% increased damage for 6 seconds. That's gonna be another one that'll be good on Sparrow and people like that. Sparrow mostly because like I was thinking Murdoch, but Murdoch with his ult, it kind of takes time and you can't really do it mid-fight. Synionic Echo. That's gonna be another one. That's oh my gosh, carries are getting a lot of good items. But with lifesteal, penetration, physical power, haste. Upon casting an ability, your next 2 basic attacks will have additional attack speed. Oh my gosh, they're gonna make carries even worse. Rapture, attack speed again, haste, health, omnivamp. While within 475 view of an enemy unit, your basic attacks deal 20 bonus health plus physical power, physical damage on hit. Tyranny, physical power, 375 health, ability haste. Upon casting your ultimate, gain 30% decaying movement speed for 4 seconds. This will be good on like Chimera. Adds a lot of health, physical power, and that oppression extra ability is really good. I'm getting drug into each one of these, but let's see. Quickly go over these. Quantum Core, 400 health, 250 mana, 10 haste. Replace your blink with teleblink. Teleblink has a reduced cooldown, but cannot be used in combat. But okay, so you can use it more often, but you can't use it to get out of combat. So pretty much it's just so you can move around faster. I don't know if I'd really like that. but it's kind of nice used in combat, whether you're chasing or running away. Cadillac Drive, 250 health, 440 magical armor, base health regen, ability haste, recipe, deconstruction passive. Your next basic attack on hit against enemy minion will cause them to explode, healing you for 30 and granting 10 additional gold. The explosion deals 10 magical damage to enemy units. Upon executing 25 minions with deconstruction, return to base to evolve this item into this item here. 250 health. Okay, let's see if we can get these both in the same frame, kind of. Not really. Okay. That's the best I'm going to be able to do. So it's all the same except for... Okay, I'm just going to move down. It's all the same except for this. Your next basic attack against enemies will grant healing to explode. Okay, am I wrong or is that just the same thing? Gain, okay. So it adds this. This is the only thing it adds right here. Gain 15% increased physical armor and 15% increased magical armor. Okay. I could see that being really good for like a tank. All right, sorry, that took longer than it should have, but removed items. Bone saw have been removed. That was a good item. I like that item. But anyways, moving on to gameplay balance changes. 15 items added. Okay, wait. Huh? 14 brand new items. 15 items. Huh. I mean, butter me if I'm wrong. Maybe we'll find out. Various adjustments, reworks to some carry fighter items. Ultimate haste strat increased. Okay, this is stuff we already just went over. Minion reward distance decreased. Jungle Fangtooth is health increased from 5,400 to, yeah, you can see that there. So they buffed Fangtooth. Yeah. And Mini Prime and Primal Fangtooth, they've increased the health and health damage to them or on them. All right, hero balances. Argus. Particle Shredder has alternate ability damage decreased and mana cost decreased. So that's kind of a balance change. Fang Mao, hamstring, or general attack speed increased, so he has better attack speed. His secondary ability, hamstring, damage increased. Slow increased and cooldown increased. Okay, so that does more. It does more, but they increase the cooldown time. Gideon, damage decreased on his Cosmic Rift. His Void Breach, damage decreased, so he just got a straight nerf. Iggy's Scorch, turret magical turret health magical power scaling decreased from 25 to 20%. And I know that this can piss a lot of people off, but I think that's a good change. His towers can really shred people, especially when they're in it for too long. So I think that the power scaling is good to turn down a little bit. And I know he has kind of a cult following, and that's going to piss a lot of people off, but that's just my opinion. Quang, general physical power damage decreased from 63 to 61. Strike of the Heavens, damage decreased from 12 to, yeah. I don't want to read the apprentice stuff, so I'm not going to. Basic ability cooldown refund decreased from 1 second to half a second. Now also grants its cooldown reduction against monsters. Judgment of the Heavens, damage decreased from 90 to 90, yeah. Mana cost decreased, cooldown decreased. Surge of the Heavens, cooldown decreased. Light of the Heavens, damage decreased. Magical damage power scaling increased. True damage decreased. Shield bonus health scaling decreased. Cooldown decreased. Fury of the Heavens, damage decreased. So Quang got a pretty good nerf there. A lot going on there. All right, Murdoch. Hot Pursuit, movement speed decreased from 35 to 30. Long Arm of the Law, his ultimate. The cooldown has been increased by 10 seconds. That's actually a pretty big one. Kira, total power scaling on her Mercy ability. Total power scaling decreased. Phase, just a bug fix. Now shows the cooldown reduction on level up and the ability upgrade info. Sarah decreased the cooldown refund decreased from 70 to 65% of her Fall and Grace ability. Sevrog, health regeneration increased. The Harbinger, cleave increased from 20 to 25%. And his damage has been increased by his siphon ability. Don't think that Sevrog really needed a buff, but you know what? What do I know? Skylar, mana decreased on her in general, just as general. Mana decreased from 350 to 335. Oh, her overall mana. Okay. That's her overall mana has been decreased. At first, I was thinking mana cost. Thrust damaging decreased from 25 to 20. That's actually big damage decreased on her thrust. Flight movement bonus speed down from 20% to 15%. And her hypercharge ultimate decreased from, that to bonus. Physical power scaling decreased. Magical power scaling decreased. Missing health damage decreased. So she got a huge nerf. I don't think she's really been that bad lately. When she first came out, she was a nightmare to deal with. But this one right here, Sparrow, she's been the annoying one to deal with. And her hail of arrows, primary slow increase. So she got a buff. Yeah, she's the one that needs a nerf, and they gave her a buff. So stop making everything blue. Anyways, Wraith, damage changed from... Okay, that reduces damage. Bonus power scaling decreased. Projectile speed increased. Now benefits from lifesteal. Did he not before? Mana cost decreased from 50 to 60 to 50, sorry. Mana refund decreased 60% to 50. Yin, health growth decreased. Attack speed decreased. Bug fix on her primary, smoothest improved for the high latency users. Windburn secondary ability, max health damage decreased and cooldown increased. Quelling Gale, her ultimate, slow decrease from 25% to 20%, cooldown increased, scaling up. So she got a little bit of a nerf. Considering she gets banned every ranked game I've ever played, she probably needs a little bit more of a nerf, but we'll see if that's good enough. Zinx, movement speed decreased from 40% to 25%. So they didn't really touch any of my characters, so I'm not too bothered by the changes here. So we'll see. Items, given how powerful their effects are, we're shutting down engagements. At shutting down engagements and neutralizing specific hero kits, Cleanse, Crest, and Epic are receiving increases to their cooldowns to allow for a larger window of downtime and opportunity for opponents to strike again in a follow-up engagement should they get blown. And that's a really weird way to word that, but Liberator, Purifying Ground cooldown increased by 15 seconds. Witch Stalker, the cooldown's been increased. And Epic, they increased the cooldown on that. I don't think Epic really needed a cooldown increased. I mean, it's really annoying when you're playing like someone like, oh my gosh, Moragesh. I couldn't think of her name for a second. But like when you ult somebody and they just use that, it's completely annoying. But also like the cooldown was over 2 minutes. So yeah, we'll see. This one's just mostly super annoying to deal with. And like a lot of times it just causes people to die 2 seconds later. Reclamation cooldown increased. Composite bow, yeah, I'm gonna kind of skip through these items right here. It's just the cooldown has been decreased on all of these, I think. Yeah, so maybe, yeah, all these are just cooldown decreased. Maybe not. Okay, it's not. These are okay. My bad. These are items being nerfed. Ashbringer, cost increased. Physical power increased, attack speed decreased, ability haste decreased. Okay, I'm gonna kind of go over all these really slow. This video is getting to be about 30 minutes long, and I don't think any of us want it to go that long, so we're just going to just stop on it for a few seconds. And if any of these you want to look at, you could pause the video. And if there's any that I personally use, I might stop and read it. But Deathstalker, it's getting nerfed. Actually, Basilisk here. Let's look at this one. Immense, gain 5% movement speed for 2 seconds when damaging eroded targets. I don't know what it was before, so I can't tell you if that is a nerf or a buff. Bonesaw has been removed. Sad days. Kingsbane was removed a while ago too. That was one of my favorite items. Earthshaker, Battleborn, max stacks decreased from 15 to 12. The Gaia Greaves, Tremor movement speed, stack gain rate decreased. Okay, Mistbattle Buckler got buffed. 80% health regen added. And they changed the recipe on it, and I don't really care about that. Tainted Blade has been nerfed. Mega Chasm has been nerfed. Tainted Scepter, been nerfed. Yeah, they reduced the jump height. It's kind of silly how high you can jump with that. Oh, I didn't know that that was a bug with the Elefrost. Yeah, and then here's the bug fixes. I don't think there was any bugs I was really super aware of that was a big deal. Found an issue where learn video audio could continue to play. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're curious about the bug fixes, they're right there. I'm not going to read over them all, but and that's the end of it. Anyways, if you want to see more videos like this and you're looking forward to the new update, be sure to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you guys for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.